How do you fix the housing crisis in America? They will be arrogant. I'm always arrogant. You do what I do. Put together a group of investors, you buy up an entire neighborhood, and you rent at under market rents. One thing that pisses me about American capitalism. I am a capitalist. Why do you have to squeeze out every single ounce of profit? Guys, I rent out my houses at a 10 to 25% discount compared to market. I have a house that I rent at $1,400, it could be rented at $1,650. I have a house that is rented at $1,800, it could be rented at $2,200. Why so? Why are you not renting it at market rent? Because I bought these houses. I rent them out at a net rent of over 10%. Because I buy them decrepit, I fix them up, and I rent them out. I understand I could make more money out of it. And yes, when my expenses go up, I raise my rent by the expenses. My insurance goes up $100 a year, I raise my rent by $100 a year. But I do not raise it by $100 a month. Why? Because I'm happy with the returns I'm making. They're crazy. Just in the way that the houses are going up in value. I'm happy with that. Will I get a Lambo? Yes, I will get a Lambo. Will it slow down my process of getting a Lambo? Yes. But at least I know that I'm getting a good return without being a piece of shit. Why is that? Because I'm Italian. One thing you learn in America is everything profit, 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 profit. I come from a country where the S&P 500 of Italy, which is the FTSE MIB, yields 5% a year. If I'm making 12% in rent, I am more than happy. I have a house that is making me 20% in rent because I bought it for 30. I fixed it up myself and it was so cheap to buy and fix up. The rent, even though if it's discounted, it's crazy. Like, the percentage is super high. I'm happy with that. It allows me also to keep the communities that live in this area inside the houses. Because here's another thing that is happening in America. I love this because in many of the democratic cities, you talk about protecting the community. These big investors come and literally clean out the area and push everybody out. If you want to help out the poor communities, you should fix up the abandoned homes, which is cheaper than buying new. Rent them at market rent so you can keep the communities in the market. That money that is coming from the rent, and especially from property taxes, brings money to the schooling system, improves the area. You can actually help the community that is there through generations of doing this, rather than kicking them out and having them start again from zero. Capitalism can make you a lot of money. You do it properly without exaggerating, you can actually improve an area. If you're doing what you're doing now, the long-term game is that nobody will be able to afford rent, and at one point everything will be crumbling. The problem is that people that are buying houses are big corporate buyers. They respond to shareholders, not to renters. Me, on the other hand, I have to respond to renters. Because if my rent is too high, I risk people not paying rent. So I'd rather keep it lower. This is why, if you're thinking about investing in real estate, you might be doing a favor to society. Because you only respond to yourself. A corporate investor, on the other hand, responds to shareholders.